if it is written in the stars, their next stage of their career, if it's in the W, 3 teams are going to be so lucky. Yoki, Serena Sundell, Tamara Poindexter. Her WNBA stock went up today. This is where stars are born. Woo! Baby! I know I'm loud. You can turn the volume down, but I'm recording this directly. I'm not even saying 15 minutes removed from K-State going to a Sweet 16 for the first time in 23 years. In 23 years. It didn't matter that we didn't get the host. It didn't matter that we were on Kentucky's home floor. It didn't matter that it was 8 versus 5 on that floor. K-State got it done. K-State got it done. Tamara Poindexter, you a killer. You are a killer. Not only did Miss Poindexter get 8 made threes in this game. No. What did she do on the other end of the floor? She had 6 blocks. 8 made threes. 6 blocks in one game. Who else is doing that right now? You can throw a lot of big names. But ain't nobody doing what she just did today. And it's K-State overtime win against Kentucky, 80-79. Look here. I'm shaking. I am recording this minutes after this game where I was sitting in a fetal position for the last 8 minutes of it. I was scared. I was nervous. I was mad because this was the worst ref show I've ever seen. The show sucks. 0 stars. The amount of ticky-tack fouls that Yoki she was in foul trouble the entire game. Picked up her 3rd foul immediately, coming back into the game just before halftime. She had to come back out, right? She had to go back to the bench. What the hell was that? But you know what? Fine. Because Kennedy Taylor, baby, 7 for 7 at the free throw line, battling amongst the trees. A tall Kentucky lineup. 6'7", 6'5". You was in the trees handling your business, fighting for rebounds, knowing good and well, I swear, not a single over the back call was called. Not a single one. I know anyone who's watched that game was probably as mad as I am. Like, what is it going to take? What is it going to take? It's someone, because it can't be for someone actually falling and collapsing in front of the ref. They're just going to look at you and tell you to get up. But that didn't matter. Nope. Not in this game. Nope, that didn't matter because they tried. They really did. Amongst the trees, Katie Taylor, 7 for 7, 11 points off the bench. A game where the bench for K-State, who we've talked about all season long, deep, only 2 players able to come off the bench. Terrence Hides and Katie Taylor. Now, I was nervous for this game, not only because it was so close the entire time, the entire 45 minutes, essentially, because K-State does not win games when Terrence Hides does not score. When she does not score, K-State does not win games. She was 0 for 5 from the field, but that didn't matter today either because everybody came to show up. Now, it took a minute. I understand. Serena Sundell, she had to carry that backpack for the whole first half. 15 points in the first half. No one else was necessarily helping her out. Everyone was over, 1 of 11 from the field at that point in time, just before halftime. Yoki had foul trouble. She was able to get some baskets underneath the bucket. Once again, amongst the trees, seems like every single time she caught the ball underneath, she was fouled. But did they blow the whistle? No, they didn't. I want to see. She didn't get to the free throw line once today. Y'all watched the same game I did. That ain't right. But that's what that is. Now, if we lost, that'd have been a whole different discussion. We're going to have to start an investigation if that was the case. That'll still be in the back of my mind. But first Sweet 16 since 2002 for this year. I knew it's been a long time. We've seen K-State go to the NCAA tournament, 6 appearances in Coach Mitty's 11 seasons with the Cats. Every single time end with utter disappointment in the second round. K-State felt that we should have hosted this postseason, the NCAA tournament. Didn't get the opportunity to. So when you don't have everybody in Manhattan riding with you in the octagon of doom. You got to have something else with you. You got to dig deep. You got to find some heart. And every single player who touched the floor for K-State found that heart. And I'm even going to shout out to the bench. I saw y'all hype every time, advocating for your teammates every single time when a call should have went their way and it didn't. Everybody that wore purple, that touched the floor in some way, form, and fashion, showed up with some heart. Showed up with some heart, but that's it, because that's the only way things are going to happen in this postseason. This is March. Everybody's good. Everybody's good. Everybody and their mama is good somewhere. What else are you going to bring to the table? In case they brought that heart today. My God. Applause. Applause everywhere. Lord have mercy to Tamira Poindexter. I knew you had it, but 8 of them. 8 of them. It just did this. Like she exudes confidence just about every single time she's on the floor. We understand this. We know this. But when I tell you she couldn't miss, she couldn't miss. I don't even know if she missed from 3 at any point in this entire second half. I don't know. I don't know. She was going stupid. Absolutely and utterly ridiculous. And it took a minute. It took a minute to roast. Because she didn't score until maybe 2 minutes until halftime in the second quarter. And then she just wanted to be like, yeah, I'm gonna go stupid out here. It took a minute. But before her shot was able to fall, like we just saw what she was able to do, make a difference defensively. 6 blocks. She blocked what? 3 3-point shots? I want to say. Just in the first half alone. Come on, man. We saw a different version of you today. We've seen pieces of it, Tamira. But to all be baked in one game like this, girl, you woke up something fierce. And I loved every bit of it. Every second of it. Serena Sundell, congratulations to you, girl. I'm not talking about you enough right now. 801 assists. I think she probably passed that total already. But she is now the all-time leading in assist for K-State. That's a hard record. That's a hard record to break for anyone who's coming up after her. You've done something that no one else in a K-State women's basketball jersey has done. We are so lucky. We are so lucky to actually be in this time frame with Ayoka Lee, who became K-State's all-time leading scorer last game with 2,500 points. Add another 16 to that, right? And to have these two play together in front of our eyes for the amount of years that we've had, we're lucky. Honestly, and everyone else, every single team out there is lucky that there wasn't more games between the two. If Yoki did not have the injuries that she has had last season and this season, things wouldn't have been fair. Things wouldn't have been fair. But I'm grateful to have the opportunity to see what we've already seen with these two, man. Really, truly, and utterly special. I'm telling you. If it is meant to be, if it is written in the stars, their next stage of their career, if it's in the W, 3 teams are going to be so lucky. Yoki, Serena Sundell, Tamira Poindexter. Her WNBA stock went up today. This is where stars are born. Okay? If you don't know, now you know. She's going to have next. I'm telling you. 3 potential WNBA draft picks on this team right now. We're so lucky to witness it. And the history today, a long time coming, man. A long time coming. Everybody did their job. No, Zai, no, she didn't do much offensively, only taking 2 shots in the game, 1 point coming from the free throw line. But she had a tough task, and she did it well on the defensive end. All defense. Big 12. Now, Georgia Amore, she finished the game with 18 points. She had 34 in their win against Liberty, 2 days ago on Thursday. On Thursday, right? Zot was locking her up. Now, she did shake loose in that fourth quarter, a little bit to start in overtime. She's one of the best players in the entire country. One of the best players in the entire country. Of course, she's gonna get her bucket. But for Zai to play like she had on her, especially for like straight up 3.5 quarters, girl, you did your thing. You did your thing. You always get the tough assignments. You do. You always get the tough assignments. And the confidence that she has, especially like on the defensive side of the ball, that she has to face up to anybody. When you faced up against Caitlin Clark twice already in your career and able to get a win, especially one of them, hold her to a career low in points and I think shooting percentage and all of that, I feel like no one else in front of you can really scare you. You know, I know she didn't do that by herself. It was collectively as a team because Gappy the GOAT are Manhattan's, golden child. But when you know what you can do, I'm telling you, who could be against you? Who can be against you, man? Now, I know I talked a lot, but before I even talk so much more in the second half of the show, we got to give a shout out for homefieldapparel.com. This K-State shirt, basketball shirt I'm wearing right now came from that very site. So if you want some gear, shirts, hats, hoodies, whatever you might want, go ahead and hit up homefieldapparel.com, and we'll be right back on Run It Back.
Looking for tickets for your next event? Tickets for Less is your #1 source. Save big on every purchase when you use promo code KCSN at ticketsforless.com.
Success in real estate takes more than vision. It takes the right financial partner. When someone takes something rundown and turns it into something great, that's called a comeback story. Like Bryan Group. They take distressed properties here in KC, completely rework them, and then turn them into valuable real estate. But that kind of work needs the right bank behind it. Enter Emprise Bank. They're not about cookie-cutter loans. They saw Bryan Group's vision, backed them, and now they're making big moves in Kansas City real estate. Talk about your partner impossible. Emprise doesn't do one-size-fits-all financing. They invest in potential and back growth. Visit emprisebank.com/KC to learn more. Emprise Bank, member FDIC.
Okay, y'all, welcome back. Welcome back once again. Still riding high off of that K-State win over Kentucky overtime, 80-79. Kentucky had like at least 3 good looks to win that game in the darn seconds, and still the ref show couldn't save them. Because I swear we got the rebound when they were able to get an open 3. Someone was able to put it back up. They missed it. You had Diana Walker. She got the rebound. She had the ball. They fouled the hell out of her. But they decided to call a jump ball instead, and it was Kentucky possession with 3.8 seconds left. I was like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. But considering how this game was officiated, I hate that does not surprise me one little loving bit. Still, Kentucky, one last chance to win this game. It was in their best player's hand, in Georgia Amore. She had a little floater, danced around the rim. It felt like a good 10 minutes. But no, it fell down, horn blew, and that was it. K-State advances to the Sweet 16 for the first time since 2002. Woo! Now look, that's one game. That's one game. You got what? Let's see, Sweet 16, Elite 8, Final 4. You got 4 more left. Now, I hate to say that it does not get any easier. Never does. Going deep into the postseason, deep into March Madness. Because if my predictions are correct, K-State would face the USC Trojans in the Sweet 16. Now, they don't play yet. They play on Monday against the 9th seed, Mississippi State. USC 1 seed. USC, very good. 29-3 on the season. Big Ten regular season champions. Juju Watkins, best player in the country. Yep, y'all seen her. Y'all seen that iconic bun of hers. Y'all seen her on every Nike commercial, State Farm commercials, Gatorade commercials. She's racking up the bag. She's got the bag, and she's got the bag for a good reason. She's earned it. She's earned it. Now, assuming nothing absolutely miraculous happens and they don't lose to Mississippi State, I don't see that happening. That would be probably one of the biggest upsets in history, for sure. But that's probably who K-State gonna play next, okay? This team's good. The team's good. We know this. We understand this. I see some similarities. I see size-wise, fairly like size-wise, for as Kentucky. They're a tall team, so it's gonna be length on length, like it was against Kentucky today. Length on length. Who's gonna be able to match up defensively with Juju Watkins? Gonna be difficult. And I feel like that assignment, obviously, it's going to be by committee, of course, but who's going to get the majority of defensive possessions on her? More than likely going to be Serena Sundell and Jalen Glenn. Juju Watkins stands at a 6'2 guard, just like Serena stands at a 6'2 guard. Sandra Walker, a great defensive player. But when you give up that much size, you're asking her to do a whole lot, right? Asking her to do a whole lot. And Juju has the skills. She has the skills. So you got to do your best to match up with size with Juju Watkins, who averages 24.6 points a game. She leads their team in assists with 4. She leads their team in what I want to say in steals with 2. She has 58 blocks on the season. I mean, it's tough. It's going to be tough. But shoot, you just got to believe. You just got to believe. I'm not saying we can't score on this team. I'm not going to say that at all. Because I still think in the post, if Yoki was able to handle what she handled today against Kentucky, against, what is her name? Steph from Kentucky. Sorry if I butchered your last name. But if she can handle her and handle the 6'7" player out of Spain, just collapsing on her and fouling her every single time, but even though Yoki did not get a chance to get to the stripe, I think Yoki will still have an opportunity in this game as well. She will. You never know, man. You never know. I'm terrified. I'm nervous. I'm excited. Because now, what if? What if? That's the only question you can really ask at this point. What if history is being made? You're never going to know. But we're going to have to wait and see. Now, they haven't put out the exact date and time of when K-State will be playing in a Sweet 16. It's scheduled for those days, either Friday or Saturday. TBD, especially depending on how this game goes for USC and Mississippi State. Everyone will find out. We'll find out soon. But until then, I appreciate y'all for sticking with me, for turning down the volume, especially of my very excitement, various yells at the start of the show. But I want to tell you, the passion I have for this team, I hope y'all see and understand it with every episode you watch. But I appreciate you. But we'll see y'all next time on Run It Back. Go Cats.